After 5 days, 63 games, 16 teams, it all comes down to this. 2 teams remaining at the Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Trials here at the Queen's Place Amherst Centre in Liverpool, Nova Scotia. My name is Brian Chick. I'm here with Chelsea Carey, and we are in for a banger of a final between Rachel HOM and Brendan Bottcher, facing off against Jocelyn Peterman and Brett Gallant. Chelsea, what are your expectations for this big heavyweight matchup?
Yeah, heavyweight matchup is right, Brian. These are the 2 teams that I expected to be in the final at the start of the week, and we saw some great runs by a lot of teams, but no surprise here that these are the last 2 teams standing, and this should be an absolute battle of a game between Jocelyn and Brett, who haven't lost a game all week, and then Rachel and Brendan heating up at the right time here.
All 4 of these players have represented Canada at one time or another. 3 of the 4 have been to the Olympics already. Only Brendan Bottcher looking for that Team Canada jacket for the Olympic berth, obviously a Canadian champion. And what do you think that extra pressure is on Brendan looking for that Olympic team berth?
Yeah, the Olympics is just a whole different beast because you only get that chance every 4 years. So when you're going to a Canadian championship, you get to try to do that every year, and that's just not the case with the Olympics. So there's definitely a huge amount of extra pressure, and becoming an Olympian, no matter how it goes once you're there, becoming an Olympian is just something that is A, it's everybody's dream, and B, I would imagine it's a pretty hard feeling to describe. So definitely a little extra pressure, I would think, on Brendan, where the others have all experienced that already. But any chance you have to go to the Olympics, everybody will want this really bad.
Yeah, 14.
Hog to hog?
Yeah.
Technically, the Olympic berth is not yet confirmed for Team Canada. They'll have to qualify at the Worlds in Fredericton, New Brunswick. The winner of this game will represent Canada in those championships, but assuming a decent finish at those World Championships, Canada will punch their ticket to Milan Cortina for the 2026 games.
Line's good. Line's good.
Peterman and Gallant start with the hammer based on their #1 seeding and their record through the week. As Chelsea mentioned, yet undefeated.
Take it, go. All you got, go, go.
Take her.
Go.
HOM and Bottcher only dropped 1 game during the round robin and made their way through the playoffs.
I really liked it. Quarter.
Yep.
And then like 14-2.
Yeah. 14-2, 14-3.
Yeah.
Jocelyn Peterman and Brett Gallant, 2-time Canadian champions in the discipline of mixed doubles.
Line's good. Stay down.
Keep your air heavy. Top 4. Top button. Room.
It's moving. No. Yeah, you can curl a little.
Top 4.
You can curl.
Great spot. Beauty.
Yeah. Back 8.
No. I think you need back button.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get a time on hers?
14:08.
Really nice shot there by Joss. Unfortunately for Brendan and Rachel, just coming up light on that first one puts you in a big hole early. So they've got some work to do here to get out of some trouble.
Back 4.
Room.
Pound heavy.
Close. Curl.
Little heavy.
Curls heavy. Curl. Keep going, Brendan.
Back 4.
Keep going. Cross center. Keep going. Yeah, keep going. Hard. Bounce off flash. Go.
Good call.
Great toss. 13-3. Do you want to kill it?
Back 12.
Okay.
Nice little tap there to remove that stone to behind the tee line.
Yeah, good line call there. Good weight call and line call by Brendan and Rachel. He let her know pretty early on that he was a little bit heavy, and he was. And so she got him on it to curl it and got it to the right spot. That's good communication and good shot management.
Whoa, curl. Hard curl, Brett. Hard curl. Hard. On the yellow.
Hard.
Okay, good go.
So many of these shots in mixed doubles come down to that nice soft tap weight, just trying to line up the angles just so.
How are we getting there?
Around mine.
Yeah, it's a really,
Another
it's
great
a really
example
big
there.
touch game. It's definitely a touch game, and it's hard. It's harder to play a touch game when you only have those two players. So you don't necessarily have a sweeper. You're getting up to sweep your own rocks, and not only do you have to
yeah,
throw the
felt
right weight,
like
and
I
you have to
needed a
judge your
14.
own weight without the help of anybody else. It's just there's a
13-8.
lot of stuff going on there, and it's really a challenge with mixed doubles, especially when people switch from four-person curling. It's one of the first things you kind of got to figure out.
Looks a hair light.
I like the weight.
Okay.
You do have the
Keep your
benefit
boom
of
down
throwing
and
that
back.
same
I
shot,
like the weight.
Oh, it's
you know,
falling.
that come around center line,
Back
either
four.
Not
draw
on it
or
yet.
tap again and again and again.
Back
So
four.
these players are generally pretty
on it,
dialed
easy.
in, and if they have to add or take
Back
off a
four,
curl.
foot, they're usually
Curl.
pretty close.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, the advantage of the player throwing the middle
Over
three
back,
is exactly
over back,
that.
hard, hard, hard.
You
Keep
don't
going,
have
keep
that
going,
extra
hard,
feedback
hard.
and all that stuff, but you do get to throw it several times in a row a lot of the time, where it's a little bit harder for the first and last
just
thrower
wanna
because you
tap
sit there
that?
with a big long break after you throw your
But,
first
like,
shot.
Half of it?
What's that?
Or do you just want to freeze here?
Just play the tap.
Yeah.
I think the tap's pretty good.
Okay.
Thinking the same weight?
Okay.
Or do you want a little less?
I wouldn't mind a hair less.
Okay, that looks like less ice, is it?
You were here, and I liked
know,
the
but
throw.
I got to nose. Trying to be a hair high, right? Just through?
So two options there for
Yeah.
Brett and Joss. Brett could opt to play the draw on the left side of the screen as we're looking at it, but gonna play the same tap again. Just try to punch that red up to the button.
Line's good.
Yeah, I think this gives you more
good.
options. If you play that intern freeze,
Little
your
less.
scoring area is getting really
Clean.
small. This gives you a few more
Clean,
options.
yeah.
If you can ever move that
Whoa.
yellow back a little bit,
Little less.
you might bring a multiple point score
Whoa.
into play that way.
Clean, yep.
Back 12.
Yep, yep.
Great line call.
Again, nice soft control tap weight there from Brett Gallant, and great line call from Jocelyn to keep it right on the perfect angle.
Tap yours.
Yeah, I think people maybe sometimes forget it's you see Joss now and you think of her as a front end player. She's played second all of her most
Yeah,
of
you
her women's
could hook
career,
it.
but she did skip in basically all of juniors and won a Canadian junior championship
Wanna
as a
see
skip.
what
So she
it
has
is down
spent a
here.
lot of time calling line in her life.
Oh, try and blast it that way.
Sorry?
Try and get it this way. I thought
Yeah,
this tap at 7, and if I
Two
throw
thins,
back
not the end of
line,
the world, but
if I hit it a little high and we do something like this, it's probably gonna play.
you want to hit that?
If I can get to the nose with back line and
Just don't really want to open this up, but yeah, sure.
Well, I think with back line, as long as I hit a thick half, my shooter's not doing much.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. Back line, 13.
Yep.
Think you need solid back
Brendan
line.
opting to tap the yellow that's only slightly buried, trying to get as close to nose or an inch high to send it straight back to the button, just with backline weight.
Whoa.
I like the weight.
Hard. Whoa, off, off.
I like the weight.
Hard. Whoa, off, curl. Curl. Gotta go, hard. Hard. Hard, Brendan.
You're good, you're good, you're good.
Very nicely done. Had to play that super tight to the guard and then just snuck it by the red in the top 8, and
Hard, Brendan.
about as good as you could have done with that one.
You're good, you're good.
Absolutely, that's perfect. You couldn't have walked that down to a better place than that.
You're good, you're good, you're good.
No, it's not clipping that. It's clipping our red. I'm just thinking of Plant leaving this 3 in here, but making sure we get the 7 off the button.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like normal,
Maybe it's not quite normal.
10?
thinking?
10?
Yeah.
What are you trying to hit?
Plant it, probably like 3/4. Is that what
Yep.
you think?
Yep.
Talking about just a little down normal, about a 10-second between the hog lines here was the call. Try to get to almost as much of this as they can see. 3/4 of the rock
10?
or so and plant it on that
you
yellow.
got it.
9-5 side of 10 even. Throw a 10.
Yeah, looking for the red yellow and maybe the second yellow on the way by too, if executed perfectly. But he's got to get really tight to that guard.
Clean.
Weight's good.
Yeah, I think if he could see more of it, he'd be probably throwing more
Whoa,
weight at this.
girl,
But to get to
girl,
as much as they need to
whoa.
get to, you couldn't really make it with any more weight than
Girl.
this.
Whoa. Whoa, hard.
Sit.
Good move.
Down.
Certainly tight to that guard, maybe even over curled by a hair.
Otherwise, they're all
Got more than the 3/4 he was looking for.
okay. Yeah, it did overcurl just a tiny bit. They wanted that
Whoa, hard.
that run rock to stay closer to the center line there, and I think it might have gone far enough that the yellow is actually shot rock,
What do you
but
like
it's
for
close.
broom? I like for broom.
Think that's
Even if
minimum.
red's
I
shot,
gave
it's
you
a bit
more
of
than
a
that.
it's a bit of a
I
wall
can
back
throw
there
less
for
than
Rachel
you,
to
right?
lock a freeze down into here, and that'll
throw
be
both right here.
probably a force if she makes this at best.
Once
Come
you got the
sweet.
line good, we'll just come to the back button there. You like this?
Yep. 14.
14, yeah. Probably 14-2. There have been a couple rocks thrown down here now.
Okay. Is it easier to tap?
Oh, you've got a wall to hit it into. I'm fine with the tap. Just a little bit more of a line and weight shot, but I'm fine with it.
I'm good with either one. I had inside middle of 8 for you.
Okay. Back line.
Yep. Little less ice, please. Thanks. A little bit less.
A lot of coaches would tell you it's not a great idea to change your mind once you're in the hack, but if Rachel Homan's throwing and she prefers one to the other, I think I'm going to believe her.
I like
Yeah, I'm
it.
with you. I'm a little bit surprised by this, though. It's a harder shot.
Yep. Whoa, whoa.
It's heavy.
Clean,
I guess the
clean.
draw must not have looked very good from the hack, because I think that would be the only reason she would have changed.
Curl.
Go, 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 go. Like back
And
8.
she might be regretting the change of the mind there, because now it looks like Jocelyn Peterman will have a pretty makeable heavy draw for 3.
I like that. Back 12. Back 8, back 12.
Just has to move that yellow off
Yeah.
the back of the 4-foot.
Yeah, and that's the problem with that. You heard Brendan say it. It's more of a line and weight
Yeah,
shot. Taps
Rachel
are
said a bit back line on
they're
that
a lot
one,
harder
maybe
than they
just through.
look. They're
What?
deceptive a little bit in
Rachel
that
probably had
sense,
just
and
through
so
on that one.
the draw wasn't easy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
even
she
if
was
she was
12-8.
short on the draw, it was a better lead than this. That tap was
kinda
risky,
think
and the
you're-
downside was reasonably high, and now we're seeing it.
Where's your spot, Joss?
The B, can you see
Yeah,
that?
I was thinking that too.
And like a 13-8, do you like that? Or do you want a
Yep.
little bit more than that?
A little more. Back 12.
Or Joss say the B. She's
Joss.
picking a spot. When you don't have a broom to throw at, it's tricky. So they're talking about where they would want the broom to be. So they're looking at the B and BKT on that back bumper. That's what she's going to aim at. So when she says the B, that's what she means.
Little light.
Weight's okay.
Stay down.
Basically about just outside the middle of the 8-foot was where that B was.
Clean, yep, yep,
Giving
yep.
some shout out
Back
to the
line.
sponsors.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. Clean. Clean.
Great shot.
Makes no mistake, it'll be 3 on the board for Peterman and Gallant. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back right after this.
The Canadian curling trials. A thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defiant, we take down giants with nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
From cash spiels to Grand Slams, club competitions to world championships, there's a lot to keep up with on the pebbled ice. Stay up to date with the Hardline Curling Show, your weekly source for everything curling, with the latest event results, breaking news, interviews with players, executives, and insiders, plus behind-the-scenes access you won't get anywhere else. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you don't miss a thing.
Jocelyn Peterman and Brett Gallant jump out to the early 3-0 lead after a slight miscue from Rachel Homan and a well-executed tap from Jocelyn Peterman. However, it's the second end of an 8-end game, and there's still a lot of rocks left to throw.
Mixed doubles is wild with the scoreboard. It feels like when you have a lead, the game's never over. It's a very stressful game to play, but really fun to watch as a fan.
Good shot.
We saw this morning's semifinal. It was back and forth, tie game through 6 ends, and it was only one slight miscue in the 7th that opened the door for Rachel Homan to make a nice double takeout to score 4. But otherwise, it was neck and neck all the way down.
Yeah, John and Lisa had a great week here, and that's a tough way for them to go out for sure because they've played so well all week.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Easy. Easy. Line's good.
Top 4.
Okay, line's good for top 4. Max now. Max now. Running like it's a little heavy.
No, it's light.
Okay. Line's good. Line's good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good sweep. Thanks, 14.
Do you just
Good communication
freeze?
there.
What's that?
Just freeze?
Yeah.
It's always tough trying to pop up and sweep your own and get an accurate judge on it, but then again, you're the only one who knows exactly what you did to it.
Sure. You got a 15 on that.
Yeah, and one of the fun things about mixed doubles is that there's so many ways to play it. You can watch everybody doing it a little bit differently. For Jocelyn Brett, he sweeps everything by himself. And then for Rachel and Brendan, they kind of share it. She sweeps some of her own rocks, he sweeps some of them, he gets up and sweeps his own, and you have a line caller in the house, and it's there's so many ways you can do it. Lisa Weigel stands down at the hack with John Epping and takes a split time, and they talk about how he threw it, and then she hangs back and calls line from behind it because she played lead her whole career, and that's how she's used to doing it. So it's pretty fun to watch all the different combinations and permutations as far as where the two players are positioned, both when the rock is let go and during the shot.
Do you ever freeze one? I'm fine with it. Okay. Hack?
Or would you rather throw a heavy back line?
No, I like hack. I like hack. I think it'll die a little.
Okay, just easy hack.
So just trying to punch this red through the hole and roll over to the side for Brendan Botcher.
Clean. Off. Yes.
Trying to create a little space around the 4-foot for that scoring area to get a little bit bigger.
Whoa. Yeah, for the roll. Hard. You gotta go hard to roll it. Hard.
Good call.
Yeah, the small scoring area is a big problem in mixed doubles because everything ends up going to the middle right away early unless you've got the power play happening. So that's always something you're trying to kind of battle as a team with the hammer.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nothing down here, has there been?
No, not since our practice.
Okay.
Nice bit of awareness there from Brett Gallant, realizing this is the first rock down that path. Probably needs to throw a foot or two more than he has been on his other draws.
Line's good.
Yeah, again,
Stay
super
down, yep.
important and something that normally in 4-person
Yellow.
your sweepers might tell you
Hard
that,
line.
but you have to kind of be
Hard,
doing
Brett,
a lot more jobs yourself with only 2 players on the ice.
Hard! You really gotta go. You're on the front. Keep going for depth. Okay. Good throw.
Weight didn't seem too bad on that one, but it definitely curled a little more than they were expecting.
What do you like?
Yeah, the weight was perfect, I think.
we
So
can
just
try and get to
just a little
nose with
surprised by how
back
much it curled, which
eight.
also could be the fact that no rocks have been down there.
Okay.
It might just be a little bit fresh, and sometimes the rock will grab a bit of that fresh pebble and curl that little
Like,
bit extra.
otherwise
But if
it's
you
the
were to
same
throw it
shot,
again in that
but-
spot, it would
Yeah.
run a little bit straighter.
I think it's the same shot.
Hack.
Yep.
You heard there, looking for the same shot, little hack weight, chip out the red, and hopefully keep your shooter around.
Little tighter.
Weight's good.
Should run. Whoa. Curl. Not on it. Curl. Gotta go for a piece. Brendan, you're moving it. Keep moving it. Keep moving it. Keep going to get it out.
Good call. All the way, Rach. All the way, all the way, all the way.
You're doing that at the end?
Are we just playing it like hit and roll?
Sure.
Or are we playing like with pretty
I
good
was
weight?
seeing thin hard, but
Just if I do go here, they hit that.
right.
I was thinking if we can do that, it'd be good too. But
Yeah. Which do you prefer?
let's make the double.
Kate,
Thin half.
do
Right?
you like there?
It's probably ice for half.
There?
Yeah.
So a bit of discussion there. Brett was initially looking at just to make this double on the side and kind of roll over towards the middle. Joss was thinking thinner on. So if you make this double that they're playing, the only problem is you might jam this side one and leave it out there. But if you make it, that probably doesn't matter.
Yep! Yes! Woo!
Sit. Go, 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 keep going, keep going. Good, they're probably doing so.
Great shot there from Brett Gallant. Makes the double. Sticks it and rolls pretty much buried to the back of the button. Spills the other yellow to 4th shot.
So it ran.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It
like
was a
that
bit
same
better.
ice though.
Got that little
Yeah, I
spin
think
up
it'll
on the
be good
shooter,
through
which
here.
helped.
Yeah,
but
it will be.
I don't think there was a way to make that without leaving that yellow stone for 4th shot, but it's only 4th shot, so I don't think you're too concerned about that at the moment.
Yeah, that was a bit of a scoreboard call, just trying not to give him 3 right back. Even
Back line.
should
Whoa,
Homan and
yeah.
Botcher take 2, I think
Whoa,
little heavy.
Brett and Jocelyn could live with that.
Curl. Not on it. Gotta move it. It's trying. You gotta go. Oh, you got Brendan. Hard, hard, hard to stick your shooter. Good. Really good.
It's not a bad spot.
Do I go there? Do I just make that?
I like you go there. I don't see her getting rid of that one.
Just try to lose it, even if I'm here, hey?
Yeah.
So I had given you here and you rubbed just a sliver
No.
more than that? Or they've swept a lot there now.
Yeah. I think with what I rub with is pretty close now.
I agree, yeah, that 14-5.
Yeah.
That goes back to what we were talking about, is knowing the line and how many rocks have been down that
14-4.
path. And I think Brett Gallant is one of the
Yeah,
best
lost it.
people as far as a front end player who would keep track of those lines, especially when he's playing with Gushu all those years, would know exactly what weight needs to be thrown on a particular path. And I think they have dialed in on exactly what Jocelyn needs to throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Brett, one of the better weight judges and ice readers from a front end position in the world. So really valuable, especially as I was talking about earlier, the 1 in 5 thrower. kind of doesn't know what just happened for the last 3. So to have somebody who's that precise to give Joss the information that she needs, having not thrown now in a few shots, is a huge advantage.
Back 4. T.
Yeah, line.
Back button.
Whoa. Broom.
T.
Line's good. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Sorry. Jeez. Good throw.
What did it feel like?
Well, it felt like a 15 speed there. Like if
Just
I
a
was drawing down
slight
that path.
over curl there.
You thought you threw 14
Ticks
for
off
back
the,
line?
the top stones and
yeah,
it's
I think-
shot. However, Rachel should have a
We've swept enough down here. I think
about
we'll
maybe
have
a
some play, like just
back
try and
8,
throw
back
the
12
ball
draw
back.
just to get up to the nose and
I like
hit for
that
2.
H4 boom.
Yeah, me too.
Let's get the weight right.
Yeah. Back
About
line.
edge 4 broom. So yeah, I was going to say probably a little more just that back line, just a little bit less than Brendan threw this twice with hack. So they'll have a really good idea of what this will do.
Last shot of the second coming up here for Rachel Homan. Looking to remove her red and stick around.
Hard! Hard, Brendan! Hard!
Is curling a lot, coming up on the guard, and will make contact. It'll be another point on the board for Peterman and Gallant. They'll go up 4-0. We'll return right after the break to third end.
Grip her first.
Don't forget your brooms.
Yep, you got it.
Come on up. Okay, well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Peterman and Gallant spent most of that end trying not to give up 2 and pulled off the kind of the backdoor steal. Wasn't really the intention, but
It looks like it's back 4.
got a miss from Rachel Homan, and all of a sudden it's a 4-0 lead.
Good. Yeah, line.
Yeah, uncharacteristic
Yeah,
miss by
line.
Rachel there. That was a pretty makeable shot.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if
line.
she just maybe didn't get it quite as much as she normally would in that spot. But we also did see all of the rocks in that spot curl a lot. So maybe just a little fooled by the spot too. A little bit of unexpected curl. But either way, unfortunate
Back
miss
4.
for Rachel and Brendan,
Back
and
Yeah.
puts Joss and Brendan
Just inside middle.
into a pretty big lead here. But it is mixed doubles, and it is only the third end. So lots of game left to go here.
14.
Yeah.
Before we get too deep into this one, I want to give a big shout out to the crew at IKS Live for our great production quality all week. It's been a pleasure working with them, and I know that our fans across the country have really enjoyed the coverage. And while we're at it, I'll list off some of the people who've done the commentary you've been listening to all week that have also done a great job.
What's going on with this rock?
I heard Rachel say, what's going on with this rock? So my guess is that that's the rock she threw on her last one, and she switched it to her first one, and she maybe thinks it's curling more than the rest of the set is, which is never fun in a final. They would have gotten to choose these rocks and practice with them, but sometimes in the game you just are getting different reactions out of the rock, and I think she thinks that one's moving a bit more.
Running a little.
Yeah.
Running like
We
a
saw
top.
in the morning game that we thought one
are
of
ya?
Brendan's yellows was
really
acting a
gotta
little bit
curl.
peculiar, so I don't know if they swapped it out
Really
or not,
gotta
but
curl.
that one did seem to do something
Really got it.
other than what Rachel expected.
Okay.
A little too much
Hack.
weight, but I think that's too much ice.
Hack looks like a lot to nose it. Back line. Quiet hack. Don't want to hit it high.
Yeah, sure. I like that. Quiet hack.
So if you've been watching all week, you would have heard play-by-play from Helen Radford, Al Cameron, Andrew Denny, Dustin McCush,
I like
Kyle
the weight.
Johns, and me, Brian Chick.
Whoa. Whoa.
And color commentary by Chelsea Carey, Colin Hodgson, Scott McDonald, Marty Thompson, and Kim Tuck. So thank you to all of our
Distance.
voices this week.
Who shot?
We're shot, and these aren't lined up to go there anymore, so I think just here.
What are you saying? It's not what?
These are lined up to go here now. Well, he'll touch that. Do you
Yeah.
like coming here?
I like, yeah. He's
Or do you
probably,
like-
he might come off that.
Do you want to?
Not really. He doesn't, they don't have much off that right now, I don't think, but they will.
No. Do you want to be right to it?
He's
Or are
just
we
banging.
better off like full 8?
Sure.
Yeah. This is the same broom then.
Just, yeah, that's good then.
Chelsea, what do you like here? Would you play the hit and roll or just a straight draw?
I don't mind the straight draw. I agree with Brett that right now there isn't a great angle off that side one for
Weight's good.
Rachel and
Line's
Brendan. I
good.
do think eventually that probably is their shot, but
Top eight,
I don't think you have to hit it yet.
Biting the 4, top 8.
Line's good.
Full 8, not quite to it.
Okay, just gotta sit. I think you want to be full 8 though. Hard for weight,
Not there.
Okay.
Fine with that. It's a pretty good spot, Josh, right?
Yeah. I don't mind coming here. If we can ever touch this one and sit there, it's pretty good.
Okay. T-line.
Yeah, even if you touch our own, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
T-line?
I'm with you. Be max ice.
Okay. I'd say edge is max to get to center line.
Brendan asking for max ice here probably means he thinks that this will curl pretty good at the end and the
I like
weight will
the
come
weight.
off a little
Yeah.
bit.
Make
And
sure
if
it's
it
here,
doesn't,
it's
he
little-
can
I like the
carve
weight.
it and get it to walk over there.
Curl.
Just wanting to
Weight's
make
good,
sure
T-line.
they
Curl.
get by and give it a chance here when they've had a few over curls.
Hard line! Hard!
And here it
forward.
goes.
Hard! You gotta
On it
go
for
for
line,
weight.
trying to
Hard,
sneak it by the
everything.
top.
Hard, everything. Hard.
Stones in the top of the house.
Hard, hard, hard. Touch our yellow if you can. Touch it, touch it. Go, 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 go. Okay. What are you seeing?
I don't know much there. But they have
Tons of curl there from the hog line in, hey?
Yeah, crazy curl. I think probably that spot was a little bit fresh as well, just that a bit
All I'm
wider
seeing is
path than
some
they
over
maybe were
here.
throwing on the first few, and
kinda
because
Christmas
he wasn't
tree
worried about the weight early on either, and then as soon as it started to
Or do you want me
curl,
to lose it?
all the weight came off, which is exactly why
Yeah,
he asked for
that
max
or do
ice,
I-
which is a good thing that he did. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think that just fooled them a bit
Go
with how much
thin
curl
here.
and how much speed
that
that
any
dragged
good?
off when it did curl.
Roll it in
I
there,
just kind of
forward.
like how these are crossed.
It's out of regard, but
This is stupid, hey?
what's that?
Yeah.
Board weight.
Okay.
Board weight, roll it behind the red.
Sometimes you just have to talk it out, even if you know it's not the maybe not the best call. But
Yeah.
you know, is this dumb?
Just answer your own
Let's
question there.
not do
Is this
that.
dumb? Yeah, it is.
Clean.
So Brett's just trying to play a little hit and roll off this outside one.
Clean.
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa.
Just kind of roll into the pocket here, into
Curl.
the mess.
Curl. Curl.
Please, good.
Curl. 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 Hard
Nose the one he just threw?
Yeah. Yeah, nose.
That's the worst possible scenario there, unfortunately, for Joss and Brett. Needed to roll that big. They were almost better off if he didn't throw that, because now it makes this combo pretty queued up for Brendan Botcher to hit this red right on the nose.
Whatever weight you know to nose, you don't have to throw long.
A nose hit or a bigger roll would have been okay, but just the caught in between to leave the almost straight run back makes that a lot easier for Brendan.
Yeah, and any more roll, like even if you're just a piece buried, it basically takes that away. So a little unlucky there, and a little betwixt and between as far as the options. They were playing the roll, so I think they had to try it the way they did, but just needed it to come up a little bit more.
Curl.
And Brendan makes no mistake, makes the short run look easy. I was surprised he threw that much weight.
Yeah, I would have liked to get more to the nose of that. He might have got more action on that back red if he got all the way to the nose, but a pretty good shot nonetheless.
It is probably a little thinner than half to make it, like.
Okay.
But third, I think a third is good.
I think you could really hold it
yes,
here.
I agree. I like that ice.
Jocelyn's going to take on the thin double attempt from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Nice at that. I'll manage it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of risk to it. It doesn't look like you could plant it on that back red even if you missed it. So as long as you kill one of these, it's pretty good. And if you ever made it, obviously it's a force, which would be huge.
Whoa!
Good.
Whoa! Curl! 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 Curl!
Hi, girl.
And just like that, one goes out the side door, one goes out the back, and Peterman Gallant sit two. It'll be a draw for Rachel Homan to take her one. There was a little panic in Jocelyn's voice there. I wasn't sure if she was going to hit enough of it.
Yeah, I was worried about that too. It was almost like she was flashing it the way she called that line, but and she might have been. I mean, you get Brett Gallant on that to curl it, and you're only trying to hit a third. She probably was flashing it when she said that.
The middle of that yellow is probably just outside edge 8, so maybe even a sliver high of that.
Okay. 14.5?
Yep.
Probably a 15 kick?
Yes.
Rachel Homan looking for a piece of the forefoot with her last of the third.
Room.
It's back 4.
You need backing?
Yep.
Hard line then. Hard line.
Weight's good. Little bump.
Hard line.
One yellow.
And nice communication, walks it right down to the backing. One on the board for Homan and Botcher. 4-1 as we take a break, headed to the fourth end.
The Canadian curling trials. The thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defiant, we take down giants with nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
Every venue strives to create the ultimate fan experience, one that leaves audiences cheering for more. DDG and LG Display are here to help you make that vision a reality. LG delivers unsurpassed imaging with its world-class technology and exceptional support. With versatile multi-sport display systems and proven revenue-generating opportunities, DDG ensures to deliver the best seat in the house. Contact DDG today, always delivering the best fan experience.
Got back 4.
Your line's good.
Might die.
Rachel Homan and Brendan Botcher stop the bleeding, get themselves a point, and Peterman Gallant will have Hammer playing the 4th with their 4-1 lead. Great shot there from Jocelyn Peterman to take away any multiple scoring chance for Homan and Botcher.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah. Over this way. I think I gotta throw the in, hey?
Yeah, she got lots of curl. Like,
What?
she got good curl.
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah, just like almost 2 boom
Remember you
heads
threw this on
outside.
you threw this on your last one, right?
Yeah, that 14.5.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's that same rock that Rachel threw in the last end, and she said, "What's going on with this?" When she let it go, she thought it was back 4, and it curled and came off. So I think that they're still thinking there's
Little bit
that
flat
rock's
today.
maybe a bit of a pig.
Where are ya?
Weight's good.
I did like her comment though. She said that's a good place for a
Mine's
steal.
Room.
Yeah, she's right. It doesn't
Mine's
look like a
good.
very good shot, but it's basically a second guard.
good.
Like you
Mine's
essentially now
good.
have a double center. So
Set. Great shot. Beauty.
You can make one little tap here, push those reds behind the tee line, and stick there. Now,
Yeah, make a pocket.
as you
back
said, your
4.
steal might be in business.
Did you get a time on hers?
Yeah, 14 and a half. Line's great. You got room.
I thought T-line on its
Hard
own.
then. Hard for weight. You got to tap it.
T-line, little bump.
Whoa, line. Curl.
Little bump.
Curl. Easy.
Little bump.
Curl. Curl. Distance, distance. Got to tap it farther. Go, 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 go. Hard.
Oh, good call.
Really good.
I don't think you can get to nose and not touch this one.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like I can get the nose, but it touches it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's still a pretty good shot.
Wanna blast him?
Yeah. Is that silly? But then there's still a big pocket.
Well, I don't really love how that's sitting, Joss.
Yeah. That's probably smarter, hey?
Hair low, out turn, cross the face.
Hair more than a hair?
Well, it's like 3/4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit it where you need to.
So is that 2 hairs?
You like there?
Yeah.
2 hairs. I think that's what they landed on.
Yeah. So trying to run the yellow straight back onto the other yellow, potentially get the 3rd.
Yep, yes, yes! Hard! Hard! Yes!
I think Brett was just a hair tight, 2 hairs
Higher,
tight
better?
on that one. Just didn't
Yep.
quite get it out to the broom where
Yeah.
they wanted.
Same ice.
Yeah, straight
Yeah,
guard,
probably
go
not
on
his
top
best throw.
rope.
Joss knew
Yeah.
right away. So just either slid a little tight or just didn't
Just a
set it
hair
maybe.
over center line's good.
Yeah.
But pretty much missed right out of his hand, unfortunately for them.
Line's great. You got room.
1.5, 2.
Needs to curl a hair.
Halfway.
Starting to
high
go.
halfway.
Need to split center, Brendan. Take a look. I think you're there.
High.
Keep going. Gotta go. Gotta go. Go, go, go. All you got. All you got. Go, 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 go. More, more. Okay, really good.
Now I think you could get to nose almost with some weight.
No, I can't. I could play the double across the face, which might be a good shot.
Sorry, I'm
I
seeing
can't
that.
get the nose. I can't get the nose. And if I like,
I'm seeing this go right here. What do you?
What?
How are you seeing it?
it's
Sorry.
this. I mean, it might clip this, might clip that, but they're spinning. It's spinning hard.
You don't see it planted in there.
Never
Okay.
plants, no.
Okay.
Half. Thin half.
Okay.
What are you seeing?
Yep.
I don't know if I can see that, but
So looking for the double here,
If you
there was
take his,
Joss was
it's
worried about a
okay,
dead
hey?
planting
Move
on
your
this
broom,
back
please.
red, but
Do
I
you have
agree
enough?
with Brett. I don't.
barely.
I don't think it's
Okay.
going to. I think
Easy peel.
it's going to for
Need
sure
more
clip
ice.
one of those reds, but they should all be spinning out towards
Probably
at least
need more
out
than that.
off the center line here.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think you can hit the shot red stone with this. You might clip the back one, but it will never gonna dead jam.
No, it's not. I don't think it's possible. So I like this call because without that risk of the dead jam, I think it's the best result.
Okay. It's fine.
Had to flirt with the guard and got a little too close there. Still removes it.
Do you want to line it up? For the pocket?
You're thinking tapping this one?
Yeah.
Hit half a rock with back 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just got to be careful with our shooter is all.
I mean, I don't think we can guard anymore.
I think it's 3/4.
Okay.
So we don't want to leave too much of a stagger for him to come off. What?
I was trying to roll my shooter like behind the tee line. Like
I think right there is pretty good.
Okay. Okay. Heavy draw.
That same throw, eh?
Yep.
Sounds like Rachel has talked Brendan into just the light tap to try to keep the angle lined up on those reds. So if Brett Gallant is going to take on a big waiter, looking for it to jam.
Same weight as the last one.
Clean. Yep.
Same weight.
Hard. Hard, Brendan, you gotta go.
Little
really
less.
gotta go.
It's dying.
We're on our top. Stop.
It's dying.
Stop. Just hook it. Okay.
Okay.
Real good.
Just a hair high on the 3.
Well, I just, yeah, I mean, I'm just wondering, I'm opening it up then.
Do you ever, can you ever stay like there if we just play it with like a 9?
Yeah, what if I dead nose it then? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you like? I mean, you could. No, that's no good.
It might be the call with like
I
10,
think so.
10.5.
I was thinking a little more than that. But what do you like?
Well, if you want to stick in the vicinity, I think we need a. If I throw it 10.5 and just leave just a hole, it's going to be a tough shot for her.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
We saw this spot, hey, last game. That 10-5 here. You like that?
Yeah, I threw a 9.5 last game. A little bit more.
Well thought out there. They're going to take on the short double and try to leave the shooter right in the way there. But the weight was really the big discussion there. They opted on about a 10.5, which is nice control weight.
Clean.
Not looking for too big of a roll.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that's why they're really wanting to make sure the shooter stays as close to the nose as possible.
And I would say that's pretty well done. Got the double and left the shooter there. No easy hole to get to that backing. Rachel will have to come around the long way from the intern side and try to lock one on.
Well, and the nice thing about that shot is that if Rachel makes this well, Joss has the option to run that red in for a big score.
What do you think it is?
I think that we got to throw that last 14-7 out, I think. I think 14-7 is T-line. Like, that's what that felt like to me, was just T-line on its own.
Okay. So 3 feet less than that one that I threw this draw over here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. $14.7?
Yep.
Okay.
Light.
Okay, go ahead. Line's perfect.
Rachel Homan looking for a good piece of the button, trying to freeze to some reds in the back of the forefoot. Both sweepers on it.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Just
gotta go.
rubs. And will it spin? I don't think so.
I think so.
2 points in hand already for Peterman and Gallant. Looking for a tap for 3, maybe.
You're like here with.
It's kind of like that shot. It's kind of like that shot, right?
Here with back 4, back 8.
Back 8.
Is that like inside edge of that yellow, hey?
Yeah, it looks like the red is 4th shot, so you could take on the little intern tap for 4, but just not worth the risk. If you ever hit it high, you might not even get your 2, so I think this is the smart call, especially given the scoreboard.
Yeah, it looks like you could definitely get to the nose of that, but
I think the speed will
the
be
tap for 3
similar,
does seem a
your first
little
one down
safer.
fast or draw a button.
Okay.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I didn't think super fresh. Like I was thinking 13-8.
Rachel's weight didn't seem too bad on that one if they had snuck by the yellow. I think she was certainly close, but there just seemed like they're having trouble getting that broom in the right spot.
13-8.
Yeah, definitely the weight was good. They did sweep it the whole way though, so sometimes depending on the ice conditions, if it's super weight sensitive ice, then if you throw sweeping weight, you will get that extra curl. So while the weight would have gotten there, that might have been what caused them to tick on that guard, just because it was a little bit light out of her hand and they did have to sweep it the whole way.
Hair heavy.
Curl.
Peterman Gallant looking for a little tap to the forefoot.
Yep.
Touch it.
And maybe just an inch too far. Maybe not.
That's close. They're going to have a look here.
I think it's just 2, but you can look at it.
We'll measure.
Yeah.
Well, 2 for sure, and they're going to measure for a 3rd point. We'll see how it goes. My initial hunch was that it slid just a sliver too far, but you never know with the overhead cameras.
Yeah, that was my initial thought too, but hard to tell sometimes. And that was Brendan's indication as well, that he thought it was only the 2 points, but we're throwing a stick on it. It is close.
Even that one, when it finished, she said the weight was good, but we can't be absolutely.
Be a stick breaker. Pardon?
It looks real close, honestly.
Brett Gallant thinks this one's going to break the stick, which usually means that he's going to also agree that it's only the 2.
I've never heard that term before. I like it. Brett's got a way with words sometimes.
I've also heard it the delay of game penalty when it's so obvious that you really don't need the measure, but
I like that too.
So the yellow up just past the 2. And this should whiff. And yeah, just the 2 on the board. Peterman and Gallant up 6-1. We're going to go to the halftime break. We're going to take about 5 minutes. Take a quick breather. We'll see you on the other side.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
The Canadian Curling Trials. A thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defying, we take down giants. With nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
From cash spiels to Grand Slams, club competitions to world championships, there's a lot to keep up with on the pebbled ice. Stay up to date with the Hardline Curling Show, your weekly source for everything curling, with the latest event results, breaking news, interviews with players, executives, and insiders, plus behind-the-scenes access you won't get anywhere else. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you don't miss a thing.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Every venue strives to create the ultimate fan experience, one that leaves audiences cheering for more. DDG and LG Display are here to help you make that vision a reality. LG delivers unsurpassed imaging with its world-class technology and exceptional support. With versatile multi-sport display systems and proven revenue-generating opportunities, DDG ensures to deliver the best seat in the house. Contact DDG today, always delivering the best fan experience.
Welcome back to the Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Trials from Liverpool, Nova Scotia. My name's Brian Chick. I'm here with Chelsea Carey, and we are just getting the second half underway. Peterman and Gallant with a 6-1 lead over HOM and Botcher.
You're by.
And the power play is in effect. Jocelyn and Brett trying to take on the tick, and unfortunately miss the guard and remove the stone in play, which is not allowed.
I'm seeing 14-7.
Yeah, that's the risk with that corner guard tick. Is that if you don't touch it, it's hard to do anything but what she just did.
Exactly.
So, and then everything just goes back, and it's like you never threw, which is not ideal.
One of the few rare misses for Jocelyn so far. She's been pretty much on fire.
Line's good.
Little light. It's close.
Yeah, I don't think she's really missed anything to this point.
Line's close.
Her last tap in the fourth end went half an inch too far, but other than that, I think she's been pretty automatic.
Yeah, and that one could have, if it curled a hair less or a hair more, she probably makes it. It just caught kind of in between. If it's a little bit heavy, you need to hit it thinner. But also she could have tapped it into the pile and just unfortunately kind of just missed both of those options.
Okay.
What'd you get on that?
14-3.
Okay.
Rachel makes a nice come around, and Brett Gallant's going to try to follow her down.
Top four, T line.
Line's good.
T line. Do I need a curl or am I good?
Curl, curl, curl.
Back 4.
Curl, 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 curl.
Stay on there.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
14-2.
Yeah.
Just slow.
An inch of negative.
14.
I got a 14-2 on his.
Yeah, me too.
I think you need a 13 and a half.
Are we trying
You
to
heard
kill
Brett
it?
say,
I think we want to keep it
give me
here
an inch
for a
negative.
catcher.
He's already looking at his next shot, which is the
Oh, we
run
need
back
to
of
get out
that
of the
guard
8
into
foot.
the
Yeah, come
pile
back
once,
line.
assuming that Brendan makes this.
Sorry?
Back line kind of weight.
Yeah, solid back line.
Yeah, you knew it wasn't going to be long before Brett started throwing some smoke, and I imagine we'll see it on the next one regardless of what happens
I
here.
like the weight.
Yes. Whoa. Curl. 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 All the way. Head down. Go, go, go. Move it. Move it hard. Hard.
Great throw and sweep from Brendan
just want
Botcher.
it.
Gets across the face, removes the red,
Just want to have a
and sits 3. All somewhat buried.
Third or thinner than that?
Yeah.
Small third?
Small third. Throwing a lot more out turns than I have ins, like, but
Whatever you like.
in turn gives me better action.
Yeah. In?
Yeah.
Like there?
I don't think mine's gonna curl much, Joss.
Okay.
Yeah, I I would be very surprised if he'd thrown the out turn at this. I think in turn is by far the more natural of the two. Looking to hit this pretty thin third. Even a quarter, I think, is probably pretty close.
Curl.
Touch it.
Uncharacteristic miss there from Brett
Top 12.
Gallant. And suddenly, big momentum shift here for Homan and Botcher.
If anything, I think we want to bump it just a shade.
Well, we could throw the same shot and roll your shooter here.
I'm
What
fine
do you
with
like?
either.
Sorry?
I'm fine with the same shot. Hit a third, a corner, spin to back 8, and get that one lost. That's a pretty good shot.
Okay. I think you need a 13 and a half versus 12 and a half.
Yeah, I'll give you a few feet less.
If it over curls, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
So Brendan trying to just tap the one he
like the
just
way-
threw a little
Okay,
further
really
behind the
good.
guard, but then roll the shooter away from the
Leave
pile.
it, leave it.
Back line.
Yeah, the big thing is where your shooter goes on this. You can tap it buried, but if you don't get below all these other rocks, then you're going to leave Brett some
I
kind
didn't
of
think you were
double
gonna
to
drag it up,
sit,
Brendan, sorry.
maybe frozen buried.
It's really good.
That's a good spot, though.
Yeah, it is. I didn't think you were going to roll enough.
Same thing.
Good line call by Rachel there. They changed the call basically right out of his hand
Hit a third, I
from
think you
from
get
the
a
little
few.
tick and roll to trying to
You like
get
the
closer
same
to the
turn?
nose.
Just wondering if it, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Like a hair less ice. I didn't mind the throw.
Put it down. Yep.
Got to get pretty close to the nose on this to even get 2 of them to go.
Oh, yep. Good.
Really well done there. That's
And two,
I think the best he
in
could have
fact.
done.
T-line.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think that second rock was ever going anywhere except straight back onto the third yellow.
Good.
And actually made it across the top,
Okay. 14.
where I was looking at it the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both of these yellows are mostly open, which is a factor too to how good that is.
I was happy with it.
Okay, it's running like it's all there.
It's gonna die.
Whoa, needs to
Brendan now
curl.
just trying to spread these out as much as possible. Put it on the tee line on the other side of the rings.
T-line.
It's a little heavy. Gonna go all the way back.
It's back forward now. Yep, go ahead, 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 go ahead. That's a good spot there.
Or is this
I think you just
close?
play the double.
Okay.
You
Here
can
for
play
me
whatever
to peel?
turn you want.
Yeah, I like the end.
Okay.
Like, edge of force too much.
It's like probably a third.
Yeah,
You like right there.
yeah.
Okay.
Jocelyn briefly thought about playing the hit and roll under the red guard, but has opted for the crosshouse double with peel weight. Either is a great option if you make it, but
Okay.
maybe the scoreboard play again. Try to get rid of two of them as opposed to definitely leaving the two of them.
Yeah, I think this is more just a preference thing. I think either call is, I don't know that one's necessarily better than the other. It's, if you make the roll buried, you probably get a force out of that, but you leave her, she'll try something for 3. If you make this, then there's no shot for 3, but it's basically a guaranteed deuce. So comes down to preference, I think, at that point.
Atta girl. Good shot.
And if you're gonna make it, doesn't matter what you call.
No such thing as the wrong shot if you make it.
Another great throw there from Jocelyn Peterman, and Rachel will be drawing for 2, which at this point has to feel a little
Probably same as my first.
less than
ascendant.
ideal the way that end was shaping up.
Yeah.
If anything, a foot more.
Same as it'll be good. It'll be good.
Back 4.
Okay.
Looks like it's coming down.
Okay, your
Maybe
line's
not.
good. It's gonna over curl a bit.
Help! Help! It's dying! Go, go, go.
Just looking for a piece of the rings. Both sweepers on it, and they will in fact get it there. 2 points on the board for Homan and Botcher. We'll be back right after this break.
The Canadian curling trials. A thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defiant, we take down giants with nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Rachel Homan and Brendan Botcher keep themselves in this one with a score of 2. Has to be a little bit disappointing after the way that power play was shaping up, wouldn't you say, Chelsea?
Yeah, for sure. After that flash by Brett, it was looking like it could have been a 3 or a 4. I would suggest that for Joss and Brett feeling a little bit like start the car right now, that was a bit of a bullet dodged for them.
Whoa! Yeah!
So now Peterman and Gallant with hammer looking to answer back.
Hard line! Hard line!
They have also opted to use the power play.
All right.
Just
What do you like?
If you could bump that just a tiny bit.
Sure.
Okay. Freeze.
Having played against Rachel Homan a lot, this is the most I've ever seen her over curl. Usually that's not the miss with all the rotation that she throws in a super positive release. So I'm just surprised at how much her rocks seem to be curling, and I don't know if it's the rock. That is the rock that they thought earlier was a bit of a cutter or a pig. So it kind of makes sense, but yeah, they're fooled by how much curl she's getting, which is not normally the case with Rachel. So of the 4 players on the sheet, her rocks should run the straightest by quite a bit.
Pretty good.
I did notice that in the semifinal this morning that Brendan's were curling a lot more than Rachel's were, and especially because of that extra rotation.
Yeah, both of these teams, and they would have talked about that. Both of these teams will have the male throwers rock curl a lot more. Brett's curl more than Jocelyn's do as well. So, which is fine. You just need to know that. But Rachel throws maybe the straightest rock in curling. So it's just very surprising that her rocks are over curling on her in this game.
Room.
Be a little high.
Curl. Curl, Brendan.
I just don't want to kill the weight.
Curl.
Halfway high.
Weight's great, just needs to curl. Yep.
That's a good spot there.
Good throw.
What am I trying to hit? Don't take too much time.
You're not worried about that?
If I...
Brett just opting to peel the guard, make sure that there's no steal chance set up, and gets the corner guard out of the way for good measure.
Yeah, you heard him talk about the time, so I can't see the clocks, but I'm guessing that Brett feels like they're a little bit tight, so not wanting to take too much time on the call on that one, which is smart. You need to leave yourself some time for last rocks, Joss's rocks, and also the last couple ends here. You don't want to feel like you're rushed. So when it's between 2 pretty good options, which the peels seem like the call there, but you could have talked about it, but you don't really need to. Just smart to play your clock and make sure you save up a little bit of that time for the last few ends.
Yeah.
And no time wasted there either from Brendan Botcher. He was throwing before without any discussion. Each team starts the game with 22 minutes of thinking time. That clock only runs when the rocks aren't. So any discussion between shots is timed, but once the rock is thrown, then the clock stops.
Yeah, we saw Jocelyn Brett there with a little over 5 minutes, so that's enough time for sure, but it's definitely a little on the tight side. Brendan and Rachel in better shape time-wise with 7 and a bit.
Throw a center guard, tight center.
I don't hate
Each team also does have a timeout, so they can stop the clock once before the end of the game.
Over the center guard?
He's got the same shot.
Yeah, but the more you're over here, I think he's going to throw normal and just hit it and roll them both into the 8-foot.
Sounds good.
Halfway.
Okay. Line's great. Tight.
Halfway.
Make sure it's tight. Yep, hard. Hard, Brendan. Really tight. Gotta go. Keep going hard. A little farther, a little farther. Chase it. Go, 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 go. So good.
Hey, or do you ever go like here for second?
Can't get there, Joss.
No?
Don't think so.
I only
that was my first thought too.
I don't think you're up.
I could go deep around the center and come out a little bit.
Yeah, or here.
It's tough to get to at the center.
Okay. Back here?
Yep. Like a little less ice.
Brett and Jocelyn looking to sit 2, but trying to figure out a good place to put it. And with that center guard placed where it is, a lot of the inside-out drop halves become a lot more challenging.
Where are ya?
Back 8.
Yeah, it seems silly to think that you can't draw to the wing
Not
with a center
moving.
guard, but the guard is in the path. It's sort of in the way. So it's
back 8.
with the amount of curl that we have on the ice here this week, which is great. That's what the players want, but it does make it hard to put this in a great spot to either wing. Either, like, in a perfect world, I think Jocelyn's call was the right call. If you could get behind the stagger there to the wing, that would have been ideal, but I don't think that hole is there, or if it is, it's very difficult to get past that guard, and then by the time you get past that guard, you might be clipping your own red, which would be not a good result. So I think came to the right decision there.
They did want that back 8 foot, so there was no easy freeze or tap that would make this rock difficult to remove. So in theory, the only challenge to getting it out for Jocelyn on our next shot would be that center guard, and
Yeah.
Your guard was edge, so.
Yeah, I was seeing it somewhere.
that backing might be in play, but it.
Split center line. Just
Sorry, go ahead.
They would have probably. No, I was just going to say the weight was perfect, but they would have liked that to curl more. If it's wide open on the other side, if it came fully out the other side, which is I think what they were trying to do, then any freeze would still leave you a shot to remove it. So weight was perfect, but would have loved a little more curl. Still a pretty good result, but would have loved that to curl a little bit more so that you had some easy access to this rock with it being open after Rachel threw this.
Curl a hair. Weld it. Room. Tons of room. Line's good. Get it there. Hard, Brendan. Hard.
That's not there.
Whoa.
We're shot.
We are?
Yep.
Not worth it to play this?
No, I'm not saying it's not worth it, but we're shot.
What do you like?
Problem is, if you just go by this. But if you just want to play it, I'm good with playing it.
What was your first thought?
Hack weight?
Yeah, I was thinking like back line here.
No, you need more than back line.
Doesn't go
to
through.
move it.
Okay.
I think it's 12-8.
Here with easy hack. Do you think that's enough?
If you were trying to just go by this, ticking it, I think it'd be like here.
Yeah.
Okay? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
To match up?
Yeah.
So according to Brett, the back red is the shot stone right now. Getting rid of that top 8 foot yellow and sticking around would be for 3 points, and that would basically almost put this one away.
Yeah, some debate around it because you could just draw for the second point, which is the lower risk shot, but this is pretty makeable, and they think they know this path, so probably almost a nail in the coffin situation to your point if she's able to make this for 3.
Not a lot of risk here. I think you play this one tight to the guard anyway.
Hair heavy.
Yeah, you're getting your single point as long as you, and barring something very unforeseen, you're getting at least 1, so not a ton of risk.
Curl. Curl.
A little good news, bad news. Get rid of the second shot, stick around for 2, but nudge yourself out. So it is only 2 on the board for Peterman Gallant. We'll be right back after this with the 7th end.
From cash spiels to Grand Slams, club competitions to world championships, there's a lot to keep up with on the pebbled ice. Stay up to date with the Hardline Curling Show, your weekly source for everything curling, with the latest event results, breaking news, interviews with players, executives, and insiders, plus behind-the-scenes access you won't get anywhere else. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you don't miss a thing.
Every venue strives to create the ultimate fan experience, one that leaves audiences cheering for more. DDG and LG Display are here to help you make that vision a reality. LG delivers unsurpassed imaging with its world-class technology and exceptional support. With versatile multi-sport display systems and proven revenue-generating opportunities, DDG ensures to deliver the best seat in the house. Contact DDG today, always delivering the best fan experience.
Almost 3, but just 2 on the board for Peterman and Gallant, but they take an 8-3 lead with 2 ends to go. They have been the class of the field all week, undefeated in through the playoffs and into this gold medal final.
I would say T-line.
Certainly with the advantage late in this game.
Weight's good.
Yeah, that was probably a harder shot to get to than the draw would have been, but still 2 points on the board was huge there, and a 5-point lead with no power plays. The game's not over, but they're certainly in full control here for Jocelyn Peterman and Brett Gallant.
Back 8, back 12.
Okay, 14.
Yeah.
As we said before, winner of this game will first play at the World Mixed Doubles Championships, which is in Fredericton, New Brunswick at the end of April. And assuming a decent finish by Team Canada, that will qualify Canada for an Olympic berth in Milan Cortina.
Little light, Brendan. It's light, I gotta go.
Go ahead.
I think that's all but confirmed. It's just a matter of making it official at this point.
Yeah, that's my understanding as well.
Yeah,
we're not quite technically qualified, but we're pretty close.
She was a 14, back 12.
Okay.
It would take some especially bad circumstances for Canada to not make the Olympics in mixed doubles, but nonetheless, it's good for the team that wins because it's an extra reasonably high pressure competition and some reps in, and so I think moving this trials earlier so that the team that wins it had that opportunity was a really good move by Curling Canada.
Line's good. T down. Yep. Yeah, line.
It also allows the 4-player teams that are still involved in that Olympic conversation to really commit to that 4-player game instead of wondering whether there's still a mixed doubles berth on the line.
Okay, good throw.
Yeah, that's true, and it also gives you time to figure out, how it's going to work with now that players are able to compete in both, which was not previously the case. That rule has just changed. So
Could also
if this game continues to go the way it's going and Jocelyn and Brett win, they both still will compete with their 4-player teams in the trials and try to get to the Olympics in both disciplines, which that's the first year that Canada has given their athletes that option.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Back 8.
Yeah.
Little tight. Yep.
Weight's close.
Whoa.
Back 4.
Whoa.
Minimum weight.
Go for weight. Hard.
Minimum.
Hard. You got 5. Hard, Brendan. Go. Hard. You gotta. Whoa.
A little bump now.
Yeah, it's probably not great. It's dying pretty hard. Yeah, that's okay. That's too bad.
Running?
What?
Am I running?
Sure.
Nose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brett Gallant not wanting to leave any more rocks around than necessary here. You can get rid of that pile in the house, or at least get rid of the guard. That will limit scoring chances.
Curl!
No.
Okay.
Well, that's probably as bad as that could have worked out.
That's fine. Sorry, Josh.
Is that red double there right now?
Sorry?
Is the red double there?
Yeah.
Throw guard for now.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Guard our yellow.
Yeah, so often on those run backs, just missing is worse than missing by a lot.
Halfway.
If you miss by a sliver,
true.
you leave that guard around and you maybe rattle something in the house, but if you miss it by half a rock, you throw the straight peel, and that's probably better.
Yeah, runbacks are one of
Got
those
room?
weird ones where if you miss, you want to miss by a lot.
Curl.
And that sounds
Halfway.
ridiculous,
Really
but
gotta
it's
curl
true
it.
to your point. If you just miss it and you leave the guard there, it's usually the worst case
Just
scenario.
curl.
So
Easy, easy.
it's kind of
That's
a
heavy.
tough one to throw
Curl,
and to call a
halfway.
line for
Curl,
because you
wide
could be
open.
really close to perfect and,
Whoa.
be a
Clean.
disaster.
Yep. Hard. Really gotta go.
Prime example just there from Brett. He probably only missed that by half an inch, maybe an inch, but not by a lot, that's for sure.
What's it do for us?
Yeah, I think half an inch. Like if he hit it half an inch thicker, it wouldn't have been perfect, but it would have been pretty good. So
Well, if I roll you to
yeah,
here
that's,
and take away that,
you know that when you throw them, but
I don't know.
they're tough that way.
you like that?
I'm not killing anything, right?
You can throw harder and kill the 6.
Let's pick it.
Okay.
You do get the sense that Brett is a little more worried about the clocks at this point. Just he wants to make a decision a little faster.
Okay.
That works nice.
That's a great result.
Good. Sorry,
Just by moving that
Yeah, I know.
red stone up by 1 rock length, it takes away the double that they were worried about.
I'd rather have the minute than, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you might still be able to make it, but it's a lot harder than it was before. So, like Brett said, a little bit lucky, definitely a little bit lucky, but I think as good a result as you could have hoped for from that shot. Kill a yellow and then make this double a lot harder. Like it's maybe there, but it's really tough.
You could throw this out turn back line.
Yeah, he's coming off this red.
Okay. Well then, just enough to spin it in here. Just tee it up on the corner of the red one.
Okay. Are we moving our yellow big or no?
I think we're trying not to, but we can hook it on the yellow.
No, I think better to move it all the way over, right?
Yeah, I think if we could hit it a few inches and it'd be fine. I wouldn't want to crush it.
Okay.
I'm seeing it with board. You can sweep if you want.
Control.
What turn is that?
Out turn. I don't have a ton of time, but I know it's important.
Oh gosh.
It's not gonna curl.
We're trying to hit 3/4, right?
Half to move
Okay.
our yellow, otherwise we're hooking it.
Yeah, yeah,
With
yeah.
that light weight.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You got it.
I agree with Rachel here. Brendan's initial thought was to try to cue it up on the corner. I think you want to move your yellow. You don't need to move it very far, but you want to tap it probably at least a few inches at minimum.
Go ahead. Whoa.
Gotta hit it thin.
Whoa, curl.
Just half.
Curl.
Okay.
This is the shot with Hack.
Okay.
Even, yeah. Hack or even back line.
Okay.
Let's play back line.
Okay.
You thinking here?
Think that's max.
Okay, right there.
13.
Yep.
Back to that concern about the time. Jocelyn already in the hack, ready to throw to try to get this rock off as quick as possible.
We're trying to roll the shooter berry.
Little light, I thought.
Just looking for a little backline weight chip off the
Whoa,
yellow that
girl.
was just thrown.
Curl! Curl!
Brett trying to work it over.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
You can even whisker it off this one for 4.
Okay. What do you like
We
for
probably need a line call here. I'm seeing
half a rock with hack?
half a rock is touching this one.
I think that was maybe just a little bit more weight than Jocelyn intended to throw there. They needed that to curl up another half
is
rock or so.
perfect.
Okay.
As it stands, they've left Rachel with
Hack.
Pretty makeable shot for 3,
Sorry?
and maybe a squeaker for 4 if she does it just
What
right.
did you throw? What time?
Yeah, I agree. I think that was a solid back line for Joss. They thought it was.
11,
I think they thought it was light. She said it was light out of her hand, so I think they were a little bit surprised by how well the speed carried on that one. But
like edge on edge?
yeah, this is the 4 is hard, but it's there, and the 3 is pretty makeable for sure.
Yeah, edge on edge is real close.
Okay, hair less ice, please. Less. Hack.
Hack. Clean.
Hack.
Clean.
Last
Clean.
shot of the 7th coming here for Rachel Holman.
Clean.
With a chance to score a handful.
Clean.
Heavy.
Whoa. Clean. Clean. Whoa. Clean up. Hard.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It jams on the nose, and that is only going to be 2. Peterman and Gallant will have hammer and a 3-point lead going into the 8th and final end here. We'll be right back with the conclusion after this.
The Canadian Curling Trials. A thing we cried for, fought for, thrown 1,000 rocks for. The podium, just out of reach. But we can almost taste the gold medals in our teeth. Defiant, we take down giants. With nothing but the stones in our hands. And in the stands, they wait and see who among us will earn the right to wear the maple leaf.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Eighth end action coming up here from Liverpool, Nova Scotia. Peterman Gallant with an 8-5 lead and the hammer.
Hard then.
Rachel Holman and Brendan Botcher had a chance for a few there and just maybe missed the line call to unfortunately jam and take 2. So
Line's great. Hold it, hold it.
Peterman and Gallant in control here, coming to the finish line.
Good see. Good toss.
15-6.
And they are going to be in pure defense mode. They're not going to let any rocks pile up and no steal opportunities, especially not a steal of 3.
Running a little. Running a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to need to take a lot of time in this end, which is a good thing because they're a little bit tight for that. But I imagine Brett will be in the hack to throw a lot of peels as quickly as he possibly can.
Curl.
Please curl. That's fine. Good shot.
Probably have to tap it here.
Tap it on the nose, yeah. Back 4.
Yeah, we've seen this line a bunch. It's a little
right.
sticky.
I see this first one curling a bit.
Okay, I like middle then.
Yeah.
Line's great.
I like the weight.
You got room. Yep. Go
Back
for
4,
weight.
back 8.
Whoa, then.
Back 4.
Line's close. Curl.
Back 4.
Clean. Yep. Whoa, whoa, curl.
Just
curl.
back 4.
Curl.
Back 4.
Hard curl. Really good.
Are you just peeling the guard, or you can get both of those?
What's, yeah.
This?
Yeah.
So as predicted, not wasting a lot of time. Brett's going to be throwing a howitzer here, trying to get a lot of granite moving.
throw.
Opting for the straight peel.
Ours.
Yeah.
That would have been another one where a just miss would have been a bad outcome. So the straight peel is the safer option there.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't need to get fancy here for Joss and Brett. You just need to keep eliminating one yellow rock at a time, and you should be in okay position.
Yeah, line. Really hard line.
Halfway.
Okay, line's good.
Halfway high.
Yep. Always hold the line.
Halfway.
Yep, a little farther. Yep. Finish. Really good.
Good spot.
If you keep making the guards disappear, at some point Rachel will have to make a play into the house, and trying to keep all 3 of those yellows safe will be very difficult with no guards in play.
Yep.
Not impossible, but difficult.
Yep.
What's our shot for 2? To lay 3?
I think at the end when they peel, I have to tap.
Throw like an intern tap.
Sorry?
I just wasn't sure if we lined them up now, but I agree, we probably can't leave. I'm fine with the guard.
Like, I think if you tap this, you'll be welded. And our yellow might jam.
Time out.
So Brennan and Rachel just taking a second to figure out, do they make their move into the house now, or do they throw one more guard?
Yeah, we need this rock over just a smidge.
Yeah, so that the yellow jams.
Yeah.
I think that's the shot.
With
back 8.
You gotta bounce it.
Because you gotta move this to here.
One rock.
So that it jams.
Two rocks
like
max.
If this will roll a hair with you.
Oh yeah. I'm with you there.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I agree with I think this is the call. The problem if you throw a guard is
for a broom.
How do you sit 3 and not leave her a wide open hit to kill one of them on your next shot? So I think as much as you'd love to throw a guard because of those 2 reds at the back, I think you have to move this around a bit to have any chance of making Jocelyn's last shot difficult.
Yeah.
So they opted for just a little tap on those reds to try to spread them out, make that wall a little bit bigger.
I got a little tight. Gotta go.
I thought back 8.
Hard. Whoa.
Weight's good.
Clean. Yep. Whoa.
Weight's good.
Yep. Whoa. Off. Whoa. Curl. One molecule. Good. Okay.
Good.
Pretty much as called, but it does look like there is a double for Brett.
Like here?
I'm trying to avoid the jam on the back reds, but I think it is possible.
Yeah, I think it's always going to touch that red, but it might spill enough that it's not really much of a factor anymore. For Brett Gallant here, all you really need to do is kill one and get the other one spinning towards the edge of the forefoot at least. So you don't even need to make this perfect. As long as you kill that top one for sure and make a little bit of noise on those back two, I think you're in pretty good shape.
And assuming you move at least one of the reds in the back, any future takeout should be a lot easier.
Yes! Hard! Hard!
Go.
Oh, that's good.
This hit, right?
Yeah. I think they all hit.
Well, didn't get it to go, but he certainly cleaned it up quite a bit. And there's really nowhere for Rachel Homan to hide one more without leaving Jocelyn a pretty makeable hit.
Yeah, that's exactly all you had to do was move those around so that like Joss is going to have a wide open hit here, which was all they really were looking to do with that.
Mine's good. good. Line's good. It's got to curl a bit, but you're right in front of it right now.
Okay.
Got to curl a sliver.
It is.
That's a good spot. Good spot.
Time out.
Brett and Jocelyn call their timeout just to give themselves a little extra breathing room. Jocelyn with a make it go away. Take out any yellow can leave the house, and that will end things for the duo, giving them a chance to head to the World Championships and potentially the Olympics.
Just firm.
Yeah. Pick your spot.
Yeah. Clean.
Last rock coming from Jocelyn Peterman, cleaning all the way down. It's Brett Gallant. No fuss, no muss, right on the nose. It will be a score of 2, but it doesn't matter. That's enough points on the board for Peterman and the Gallant. And they are your Olympic team for Milan Cortina 2026. They were the best all week, did not lose a game in this entire competition. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Chels, for being a part of this broadcast. Thank you, IKS, for producing such a great show. We will be back in February for the U18 National Championships. That'll be our next YouTube broadcast. So for Chelsea Carey, I'm Brian Chick. Thanks for tuning in to Curling Canada, and we'll see you soon. Congratulations to Brett and Jocelyn.